Recording.
Yay! Welcome to Hot Mess Magical Express. I'm Maria.
And I'm Lindsay.
Maria and Lindsay, and we're going to be talking to you about different Disney kind of stuff. We're both Disney fanatics, Disney addicts, and we're both a bit of a hot mess. So, you know, it kind of works. So I personally have been an annual pass holder for probably 24 years. And I have Disney Vacation Club. So I also am in a travel agency called Mouse the Planner and book Disney vacations. So that's my experience with Disney. I go all the time, although COVID's kind of put a little hindrance on that. Lindsay and I were just talking about how we haven't been together in way too long. So how about you, Lindsay?
Yeah, so I've only been a pass holder for right over a year. And obviously with COVID and the shutdown for 4 months, I don't even know if you could really consider it a year.
She's younger than me, why she hasn't been a pass holder as long.
Also because I didn't have money, and now I have money to afford these things. Or really, I just spend wisely and I choose Disney over anything else. I've been going to Disney since I was very little. My first trip was during the 25th anniversary. And it was for my birthday, and 2-year-old Lindsay thought that the castle was dressed as a cake because it was my birthday.
Nice.
I was very upset to find out that that's not why it was decorated as a cake, but I'm still gonna go with
it. I mean, we could totally go with it.
Exactly.
Fine, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything is fine. So super excited for the 50th anniversary. I have not been to see the final castle decorations. Super excited to see that. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Woohoo! So today we're going to talk to you about why or why not to get a Park Hopper pass when you're purchasing your Disney tickets. Why or why not get a Park Hopper pass, and why or why not to Park Hop? So typically when I'm selling Disney vacations, I have a lot of people ask me if it's worth it. So I'll just start straight away and tell you that 9 times out of 10, if you don't go on a regular basis, I do not think park hopping is worth it. And here's why. When you, first of all, to add park hoppers, pretty expensive, pretty pricey, right? And it takes a lot of time to park hop. Like, are they, Lindsay, do you know if they're even still doing that thing where you get like chauffeured to the next park for the park hopper, you paid extra for it?
I believe they are. I think you can take Disney transportation, like Disney buses, or depending on.
No, I mean they had that special, like it was almost like a limo service that you would go to a special area. I don't think they're doing that right now.
I've never heard
unless
that.
they do that, it takes a lot of time to walk to the bus, get on the bus, drive the bus to the park, walk inside. Like, unless you're taking the monorail from Magic Kingdom to Epcot, I don't know that wasting, I don't know how long you think it would be, but I'm thinking a good 2-hour period.
At least, like minimum an hour.
Yeah.
And you also have to think about now, you can't even start park hopping until 2 p.m. and you absolutely have to go to your first park first. So
right.
That's a good portion of the day that you're missing out at the second park. And I mean, you know, sometimes I can say, like, overall, I'm definitely team no park hop. Even as a pass holder, I rarely ever park hop. It's just not something I feel like doing. I usually drive my car to the park. And so having to walk all the way back to wherever I parked just to go park at another parking lot and then walk all the way to the park from that one, it's just way too much work for me because it wastes so much more time. But 2 p.m., most parks close between 8 and 9, and I just don't think that that's really worth it if you, like, because what time are you going to get to the park in the morning? And then you're going to spend 1 to 2 hours park hopping just to get to the next park. I just think that that's a lot of work, and it's not worth the money that you're spending versus just spending all day at that one park.
I agree. There's so much to do in each park. Even spending the whole day there, I don't feel like you actually see the whole thing. You're never going to do everything in one park in an entire day. And now you're going to leave that park to go to another park. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me.
Well, and especially as somebody who just recently became a pass holder, I think about the times that I go to Disney like pre-pass holder, and oh my gosh, like I was jumping from ride to ride to ride, stopping to eat, doing whatever. Now I literally have days where I skip all the rides and I just go and I walk around the park and actually take in what Disney has created and what the Imagineers have done and what these little Easter eggs that they want you to see throughout the park. And I'm not saying that you should absolutely do that every trip you have, but if you do go to Disney frequently, I recommend at least spending one day doing that. But
just kind of take it all in and enjoy it. All the stuff that when you're rushing to a ride or rushing over here to eat, you miss.
Yep. So I definitely recommend doing that at least a portion of your trip. And so you're going to miss out on doing that if you're park hopping. You're going to just go to the next park and be like, okay, I rode all the rides at Animal Kingdom. Now I'm going to go ride all the rides at Magic Kingdom, but you're missing the smells, the experiences, and these little tiny details that make the park Disney. And so I just think that it's not worth it to park hop.
I agree. Now I have a friend coming this month that lives up north, and she obviously never gets to go to Disney, and we're going for just one day. And we probably are going to park hop only because there's a couple of things she wants to do at Magic Kingdom, and then she wants to go to Food and Wine Festival. So I think in a case like that where you've been, but you know there's a couple of must do agains in one park, but you really want to spend a lot of time in this park hopping could be worth it. But you know, we're gonna drive the monorail over, so it's a much faster process than the whole bus shenanigans.
Or even if you're doing Hollywood Studios in Epcot for a day, because you could take the Skyliner and that's a much quicker
yes, Skyliner is a much faster process. So,
but like doing something like Animal Kingdom, it's so far away from all the other parks. Like it would take so long, and it's just not worth it.
Totally agree. So, kind of basically what we're saying is don't take the damn bus.
Pretty much. We're team no bus.
Team no bus. If you are gonna park hop, we wouldn't totally recommend it, but if you are gonna park hop, don't take the bus.
Yes. Take a minivan, if anything. Like I know it's I think $20 or $30, but it's worth it. If you are adamant on park hopping and you only have a certain amount of time to come to Disney and you want to see all 4 parks, or you like there's absolutely like 2 parks you want to see, that's why park hopping was created, was so to give you that opportunity. But like I promise you, spending the extra $20 to take a minivan is 110% worth it. And minivans drop you off at the very front of every single park, including Magic Kingdom. So that saves a lot of time of the transfer because you can just go straight to the front of the park.
You know, the other thing is I don't think park hopping is quite as daunting if it's like you and your hubby, you know, you and your friends.
Oh my gosh,
kids,
like a child with a stroller and trying to fold
is a nightmare.
Nope.
Yeah, totally agree. It's a lot because you got to fold up the stroller and unfold the stroller and fold up the stroller and take the bags out. And it's a lot. Like it's a lot to deal with, truly.
Well, and back in the day, I used to think that park hopping was a good idea for like parks like Hollywood Studios, or honestly even Animal Kingdom, because I was a big ride person. And so before, like when Animal Kingdom didn't have all the animal tracks, like because that's what takes up a lot of the day too, is just walking through and seeing the animals. But even Hollywood Studios, like before Galaxy's Edge, before Toy Story Land, like before they actually had a lot going on, they were definitely half-day parks. And for me, like it was worth it to spend a whole day at Epcot and a whole day at Magic Kingdom, and then my third day I would split between the 2. But now I will spend a whole entire day in Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
So I'm like, no, I'm not leaving. So that's another thing too you have to think about, is just how much everything has expanded, that you don't want to miss out on any of those experiences.
Absolutely. And it's probably a subject for another time, but you brought up Galaxy's Edge, but we're going to have to discuss this because I can't tell you how annoyed I am that they didn't move Star Tours into Galaxy's Edge.
weirdest thing. Like it's
just
like
off
off
all
on its own.
alone by itself with a stage that they perform on sometimes. I don't get it.
So strange. Well, and also the like where the meet and greets typically happen, which I know meet and greets aren't happening right now, but that like Star Wars launch pad area. I'm like, why
Yes.
is that off by itself too? Like,
Yeah.
I think Hollywood Studios was just really trying to put in Star Wars, which actually, if you watch the behind the attraction, it talks a little bit more about like the start of like with George Lucas and with Walt Disney Company and like their relationship starting.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think that that's kind of
true.
what it was, just them like trying to figure out
How can we adapt?
yeah, and so that then they like the space just didn't really work out.
Yeah, that's true. Well, so I think that's our take on park hopping. So comment down below. Let us know what you think about park hopping and if you're a park hopper and how much you park hop.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with us, let us know. If you do agree with us, let us know. And be sure to subscribe because we'll be doing more of these little Disney TED Talks.
Yes.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.